Alright, hello. Today I'm gonna show you my demon hunter. It's okay. I'm gonna show you how you should build your demon hunter, and and how I build my demon hunter. This build cost me about 200 million gold, but of course, that's quite a bit though. And you can get this by farming gold. Buying gold can be really efficient. For 200 million, I think you can get it for $50. It's a lot of gold, I know, but I know people that spend well over $100 just buying crap. But anyways, let's show you. With this manticore, let's start with my manticore. The reason why I have so much damage off the bat is because of my manticore. It gives me 30% damage, no dexterity though. Increases attack speed by 11% and critical hit damage increased by 100. This can just drive out all the minions of hell just with one critical hit. It just kills all of them. It's pretty strong. I deal usually about 500k when I critical hit, which is quite a bit. Yeah. Let's start off next by my ring. Usually now the Tally's reflections don't even come with sockets and come with about 90 dexterity, or even around 80. And I got this one for 143 dexterity and an attack speed increased by 9% with a socket. With my gloves, it's low on armor, but instead of crafting this, I found this for 5 million. Increases my critical hit damage by 42%. No, it doesn't have any critical hit and chance because, I know it's a really good thing to have, but let me show you. Sharpshooter. If you have critical hit damage, every about 5 seconds you gain a 100% critical hit chance. When people says it's useless, it's a really helpful skill. So every time that goes up, I just blast them away with my critical hit damage increase. My critical hit damage increase is 478. Sometimes I put another emerald in here, but right now I like to put the ruby in there. That's it. Now, my helmet, however, never mind. Let's get to my shoulders. I haven't showed you my shoulders yet. My shoulders they're pretty average, but the reason why I use these is because they're high in armor. Everybody loves vile wards, and this is why they're so great. It's because it gives you resistance to all elements, usually around mid-70s. And 137 vitality, that can be hard to find sometimes. But I found this one for under 1 million gold. The dexterity 190. That's pretty average, going for vile wards with dexterity though. With my helmet, I found this one for 10 million. And as well that can be a lot, it's very underpriced for what it really is. Usually, these go for 50 million with 90 dexterity. And it gives us arcane resistance and more vitality. You can get a lot more life with this putting amethyst in here. But putting rubies can cut days out of farming to level Paragon 100. The resistances of all elements can just make you an overall tank and withstand all that damage. Even though with demon hunters they're not the tankiest, but they can still regenerate life. So with this build you can be a tanky, just full out damage dealer, not just being a glass cannon. Now, let me show you my amulet. I got really lucky on crafting this one, guys. Just to show you right off the bat how good it is, I'm going to take it off me and look at my damage. It's at 412k right now. Now it's at 292. That just shows you it takes away almost half my damage. As how good of an amulet this really is. I crafted this one for only 50k. This is one of the first ones I've ever crafted too. It gives you 32 to 61, 367 dexterity, 104 intelligence, 92 vitality, which is great, but it only gives you about, I don't know, a few thousand life. Critical hit damage increased by 98, which is great. 24 gold for monsters is a great addition, but not too helpful. My bracers can give me 168 dexterity, which is not too high, but with the low vitality but percent life, it can give me some health, which I like. The reason why I don't equip another bracers like this is because they can take away too much life, which often makes me die when I'm running away. My Hellfire Ring gives me 191 dexterity. Even though that's not so much, one of my other demon hunters has one with about 260. You can see the max is 200. Sometimes they can rise above that. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the average of that one. With my quiver, this one for 10 million. This could be easily sold for over 500 million gold. But there's nothing else like it. The only reason setting this back from the other ones is because of the attack speeds only increased by 11%. The really good ones like this come with 20%, but this is still one of the very best quivers in the game, I'd say. My boots. A lot of Natalia's bloody footprints come with about 98 dexterity, but this one comes 185 in arcane resistance, and not even that, but in the mid-70s for resistance to all elements, and 12% movement speed, which is pretty helpful. See, most of my items here have a lot of resistances to make me tanky and to withstand more damage, so I can deal more damage. My pants give me a whopping 236 dexterity for depth diggers. They still have an average amount of armor, but they give me another mid-resistance to all elements. 34 intelligence can't be that helpful. It's so-and-so. The 21 extra gold for monsters and better chance to find magical items by 20 can be great for finding legendaries and gold. I also bought this belt for a little bit ago. About yesterday. My last one gave me 143 dexterity, and I think 150 vitality with 9% life. But this gives me a lot more armor and gold find and dexterity as well. So that's why I choose that one. And of course for my Natalia's Embrace, it's not the best, but it gives me a whole lot of health, as you can see. 119 vitality with 12% life can help you a lot. And that's what that's all my gear. I'll start with my spells next. I use this for a pretty good reason. While you're low on health, demon hunters don't have that much way of lifesteal. And if you want to be a tanky, just demon hunter, a glass cannon that can withstand damage, if that makes any sense. You can regain your health back within seconds, but usually with critical hits, it restores half health. Vault, a lot of people digress with this, but I like it because you can get around the map a lot faster, especially with that last resource within Natalia's set. It gives you 20 maximum discipline, which is supposed to be one of those extremely limited sources, but this kind of takes away the extremely limited source off. My third spell, my turret. The reason why I use this is because instead of gaining life percent, it regains a really small amount, and it's worth this because it reduces how much damage? 15, which it can be quite a bit. While this one takes away quite a bit of damage, it also stuns every enemy for 2 seconds, and it can also re-hit them. So when you're fighting bosses, your whole team can help because it gives them a guaranteed stun. And by that, it's only cooldown by 30 seconds. I use rapid fire sometimes. I also switch it to elemental arrows with nether tentacles and chakram with twin chakram. Those are my spells. I'll talk about my passive skills right here. Steady aim, I don't always use it, but when you're fighting bosses, steady aim can be pretty helpful, especially when you're fighting Ubers. With all damage increased by 20%, it can give you a lot more damage. Archery gives me quite a bit because it gives you 50% critical hit damage, which is pretty cool. I like that whenever I'm using a crossbow.